You heard Senator Bernie Sanders talking about Americans struggling to feed their families. A major food bank in central Indiana continues to see an unprecedented need. WRTV's Cornelius Hawker shows us even though the holiday season is winding down, our community needs the spirit of giving to continue.
Dawn Barnes waits patiently as volunteers load up her truck with food for her family.
I get the gratification, self-gratification of knowing that I was able to help keep my grandchildren fed as well as my children. You know, even though they're grown, so many of us are losing their jobs and really facing bad financial hardship.
Dawn's story isn't uncommon. More families than ever, many for the first time, are turning to local food banks to get by during this pandemic.
There are far too many Hoosier families who found themselves in crisis now through no fault of their own.
John Elliott, president and CEO of Gleaners Food Bank, tells me that's what people need to be mindful of, how those in need were forced into situations beyond their control because of the virus and its impact on the economy.
There's a medical recovery timeline, and there's a much longer economic recovery timeline for families in need of help.
While the economic recovery time is uncertain, news that $600 stimulus checks are on the way brings some hope for families struggling, but also for Gleaners. John explains.
The first time the stimulus checks came out, all of a sudden we're getting a flurry of donations, many of them from donors that we've not received donations from in exactly that amount.
While that was a pleasant surprise, the need will far outstretch generous donations of stimulus checks. That's why John is hopeful the community continues to give to Gleaners in the months and years to come so they can continue serving folks like Dawn.
Very grateful because, a lot of people would be doing without.
Working for you, Cornelius Hawker, WRTV.
Gleaners is a member of Feeding America, which works with food banks across the country. Feeding America has seen a 60% average increase in food bank users during the pandemic, and about 4 in 10 are relying on a food bank for the first time. Feeding America estimates 1 in 6 people and 1 in 4 kids will be facing hunger issues this year.